Hi, I'm Don, and this is The Hobbyist Geek. Today we have the next issue of the Deagostini R2-D2. And as you can see from the parts, we're going to start building his leg. So why don't we get right on that? Okay, so these are the parts that we got with this particular issue. We have a stabilizer, 2 lubrication fittings, a hydraulic arm coupler with cap, hydraulic arm piston, hydraulic arm shaft, and the right leg outer plate. In addition, we're going to need some screws and the right shoulder plate from issue 1. Let's get started on the assembly. To begin, we're going to take the right shoulder plate and the stabilizer. We're going to put them together like that, making sure the small end goes towards the top. Then we flip it over. We get our screwdriver, and again I am using the J0 tip from the Oriya driver kit. And we want to tighten those in there. Nice and easy. Most of these parts are plastic, so please make sure not to over tighten or you could crack the plastic. All right. And there we go. It's a little loose, so I'm going to tighten it just a little more. There we go, nice and tight. The next step is to take these lubrication fittings and we'll put both of them into these holes one at a time. Now if you'll notice, the end is keyed, so it needs to go in a very specific way so that it doesn't keep popping out or twist around when you're tightening the screw. Just like the stabilizer, we'll screw this in nice and tight, but not too tight. And we do the same for the other. There we go. All right, and that is the right shoulder plate completed. For the next step, we're going to take the right leg outer plate and we're going to install the hydraulic arm shaft. And that is going to go right there, just like so. Much like before, we're going to want to screw this in tight, but not too tight. This one's a little more problematic to hold in place, so I'm going to put in both screws without tightening them all the way, just to hold it in place. And then we'll tighten the screws right up. And there we have it, nice and tight. Next, you want to take the cap, little piece there, and the hydraulic arm coupler, and you're going to want to use a little super glue. Now I get the brush application to make it a little easier to apply, just a dab of it. And we push it right on in. And then we'll hold it long enough to let it dry. Oh, it looks like we missed a little step. What we'll be doing is putting the hydraulic arm piston onto the hydraulic arm shaft. As you can see, it is keyed. So all we need is a little spot of glue. Put it right there. And we will slide the two pieces together and hold them long enough to let them dry. All right, that should be enough time to dry. For the last step, we're going to be applying this here using just a little bit of super glue. Put a little dab on either side. And just to be on the safe side, we'll put some in here too. We'll slide it in place. And then we just have to let it dry. If you want a better idea of what the final product will look like, you can take the shoulder plate and just place it on top. Give you an idea of what it'll look like. All right, and there you have it. Issue 2 is complete, and you can see the leg is coming along nicely. Man, this is really exciting. I can't wait. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that little notification bell so you'll always know when we release a new one. We'll see you next week.